Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wise.
Hello YouTube fans, and now I thought I'd talk about a movie. Not good in acting, not good in anything at all, and the acting is pretty naff. But it's one of them where, do I rant it, do I not? Because when you think about it, this was the very first video nasty. People think, what are you on about? 1963, Blood Feast. That's right, 1963, Blood Feast. A well-known director, who is now, believe it or not, if he's still alive that is a respectable businessman. That's right, he's a respectable businessman. Was the guy that brought out your first blood and gore films, and the first of them all was Blood Feast. I think 1 year later he did 2000 Maniacs and Break Me Bloody Red. He did a lot of these bloody films in the 60s going on to the 70s, and then they sort of like died out. But the first what he was ever known for was Blood Feast. And then when video come out, yep, I remember when I was talking about the video nasties, this was one of the video nasties. And I can see why. It's a bit tampy now and it's a bit naff. Some of the effects, the fingers and arms and legs and a tongue, which everyone remembers if you haven't seen Blood Feast, gets ripped out. You can see it's fake blood, you know, that over the top fake looking blood was around in that era. But I can definitely see why it was bitty thingy in that era. If you ever remember that iconic trailer, one of the actors who's in the film, and I love the way they marketed the film. He actually advised kids, which really kids shouldn't be watching this, and he advised women and people who are faint-hearted basically to get out the cinema when they did the advert. I want to do some advert. But it was a good marketing tool. It has a bit of history, Blood Feast, because not only did it do that, but when it first came out in cinema, you had a thief vomit bag. I'm not making this shit up. You had a thief vomit bag where you could basically bar your fucking ducks out while watching the beautiful Blood Feast. And I love it. I fucking love it. It's a good one. Again, the acting shit. You've got one girl, right, who originally did Playboy. And basically, she should just stick to some of the tits and ass because her acting fucking sucks. You got the guy who did the advert. His acting's not bad, but it's not exactly great. And all in all, it's one of them that did they improvise, because there's bits where it looks like they fuffed the lines and they made something up on the spot. No, on TV in the 60s they did that, but on a fucking movie. But Blood Feast in my eyes ain't a bad movie. I do know that in 1978 they had another movie that was a video nasty, and it was called the Reveiw Massacre. If you ever seen Reveiw Massacre, you do see similarities to Blood Feast. Now get on to the story. The movie is basically about a psychopath killing beautiful women, and he sacrifices them to the gods. Reveiw Massacre is basically the same movie. Different era, same movie. Different name, same story. It's not a bad film, and it does have some pretty gruesome deaths. And you do really get some gruesome scenes in it. I'm not going to joke, the scene where he pulls the tongue out. Again, the blood looks pretty naff, but there's an interesting story here. Someone actually thought that was snuff, and it was pretty gruesome, I do admit. There's one scene in the film, apart from a lot of gruesome deaths, some a bit amateurish now, where he rips this woman. Yeah, you can see it's plate, and you know, there's no marks on her back, but you do get the sound effects. And it's a rip with 9 layers on it. Could be 9 or 6. And he's literally ripping the chunk out of this poor woman until she bleeds to death. So it's definitely not. It's definitely a gruesome film. It's definitely ballsy. You got one woman who has the skin cut from her face to her bone. Really nasty. And basically, it's just them going after a serial killer who was killing women and sacrificing them to his gods. You've got the dude who's celebrating his 18th birthday, who he buys his 18, again, was a well-known playboy bunny dude in the 60s. Who basically just stuck to someone that tits and ass, because her acting fucking sucks. And it even sucks more than the next one, being 2000 Maniacs, which she played again one year after. This is how stupid this woman is. She lies down, this is nearly at the end of the film, and he told her to lie down, and he aims to kill her on her birthday. He aims to fucking kill her. In a fucking birthday party. Family are having a birthday party, and he's about to fucking sacrifice this chick. Draw that because she can't fucking act. The mum comes in, right, not making this up, the mum comes in, chops him, and he fucking does a Donald Bunk, meaning he does a runner. But think about it, if you're a psychopath, you're not going to kill someone when there's a fucking party next door in the fucking living room. Makes fucking Bobo in Bobo the fucking Town, that Reveiw did, Out of Dark, makes him look like a fucking university student when you see some of the dumb things he does. Because this guy's even more fucking dumb. Again, the acting's not great. There's bits where it feels like they fuck up the lines and they improvise on the spot. Some of the death scenes now, even though they was a bit nasty and graphic at that time, a bit champion, a bit fake looking now. I thought it's one of them to have rant on it, to say it's not a dud film. It's definitely not a dud film. But in all fairness, it was the first video nasty. When you think about it, it was the first film that had the blood, the door, the snot. It made Psycho double this before looked like a Walt Disney film. So for that, I do salute it. It definitely had balls. I do love the scene where you got Egypt in the opening, and you got blood coming down, and it says Blood Feast. Again, 1963, about a psychopath killing beautiful women, sacrificing them to his Egyptian fucking god. Now he's on the run. You got the bobbies chasing him. What does the Dumbo do? He dives in a fucking, how can I put it? You know them fans that move a toss and they take away shit. Yeah, you know, your litter bins, the things that put your litter in. He jumps in one of them. I shit you not, he jumps in one of them. And he gets cut to fucking pieces. End of fucking movie. But again, 1963, definitely was a gruesome film. Definitely was a ballsy fucking film. And as days went on, video nasty. You can now get it on DVD. It's very rare to get hold of, probably in its uncut form now, because it's not as nasty as films you see nowadays. You know what I mean? To be open and honest, as soon as she Blood Feast, then fucking Saw my ass. They made so many sequels, and it's a piece of shit. As soon as watch Blood Feast over Human Centipede, where you've got people sewing on one another's asses. There's your fucking story. And I definitely sooner watch Blood Feast over 100 Days of Sodom, which fucking pisses me off because you can get that on DVD if you go online. Nobody even likes the fucking film, and I'm not even going to tell you about the film. Thank you. I'm not even going to tell you about the film, not when I'm fucking eating, and I wouldn't advise you to want to know about the film. There's a certain scene in it. If you've ever seen it, I wouldn't advise you to eat where you're watching it. 120 Days of Sodom pisses me off that you can actually rent that and buy that shit on DVD. Oh no, can't get Fight Night Part 2, the 1988 one. Can't get that. Can't get Dark Angel on DVD. Can't get Dead Eat on DVD. Damn good films, but you get that heap of shit on DVD. But I'll leave that for another day. Blood Feast, however, I buy that and sooner watch that than any of that shit I just mentioned. But yeah, 63, not a bad one. I'm not going to give it points because it's not really the best of films, but knowing it was the first blood splat film, fair enough. That's my review. Other than that, I'm going to have a bloody good day. See you later.